Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm bringing you kind of a unique video. Well, unique to tarot, I guess, but not unique to me since I have the weights in Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. So what I want to do is maybe focus on tarot and nutrition. I kind of figured out a unique way to use the tarot, and I apologize for the lump that was moving behind me. That is little Wally Wallito. He is up to some mischief, and here's some pink tummy for you. Pink tummy! Why are there so many nipples? So I just want to make this video really quick. Remember that I am not a medical professional, although I am a certified nutritionist and personal trainer. Always, always, always consult your doctor anytime you're given any sort of exercise information or dietary information. So whatever you gain from this, maybe take it, to your doctor, to your nutritionist, whoever you have, and be like, hey, is this maybe something I should be worried about? Should I be taking in, more of this or less of this? Kind of just based off of what your cards give you. So I just thought it might be an interesting thing, and as you become more in tune with yourself and maybe, pull a few cards and you're like, hey, I, need to start drinking a little bit more water. I need to do, X, Y, and Z. But again, always consult a medical professional. I have broken this down very simply. I know that there are many factors in nutrition. There's lean body mass, there's your body mass index, there's your, there's bone density, there's your how much the fat on your body weighs, there's how much your lean muscle weighs, there's waist to hip ratios, there's your LDL cholesterol and HDL cholesterol. There's tons and tons and tons of stuff that's kind of all mixed in, all of that. But just to make it very simple for everybody, I have broken it down into protein, carbs, fats, sugars, water, and exercise. So the card deck that I'm going to be using is the Happy Tarot because I'm feeling rather happy today. I mean, not that I feel bummed any other day, but I mean extra happy today. Maybe because I'm on summer vacation. So I'm going to pull a card for, and I just have my notes here, I pull a card for just kind of asking the universe, how is my protein intake? Like, am I taking in too much? Am I taking in too little? Based off of, how much I know that I exercise and I move about, and what my body or my muscles need to feed, because your muscles feed on protein. Then I'm going to ask myself, or the universe, or my higher self, how is my carb intake? Again, a little over, a little under, just about right. I'm gonna do the same for fats. In this case, I might put like unhealthy fats, because I know that there are some healthy fats that you can take in, like grass-fed butter. When you cook with that, those are considered, it's a healthy fat. Of course, anything in excess is, not healthy, but. And then I'm going to ask about sugars, and that could be, all sugars. It could be natural sugars found in fruits, but it could also be the sugars that I'm taking in, from candy or processed foods, and maybe the cakes that I've been eating since, I just had my birthday a few days ago, so I'm like using all my birthday coupons that come in my emails, and I'm getting like lots of desserts. And then water, am I taking in too much, too little? And there's such a thing as taking in too much water, and that is hyponatremia, where you basically are diluting the salt in your blood, and you could die for that. That's bad, no bueno. And then my exercise. Am I exercising too little, too much? Can I do a different form of exercise? And then I want to pull from my oracle deck, my fairy oracles, because I like working with them. Psh, fist bump, we homies. And I just want to get like an overall message on my nutrition. So let's dive into it. The first one is, what's my protein intake looking like? A message on my protein intake. Looks like we got one right here. Message on my carb intake. If you're hearing thudding in the background, that is Wally taking a flying leap at his hanging cat tree. It's one of those, it's like a cat condo that hangs off the back of a door, because he is so overzealous in his jumping that he would just knock over a standard cat tree. So we have one that actually hangs on the door, and he seems to like that. Okay, next one was sugars. my water intake, my exercise, looks like it's going to be this one. And then lastly was a message from my guide. So I'm using the Oracle deck here. Message from my guides, overall nutrition. Okay. It's hard. I love when Wally does his little butt shimmy before he like attacks, and he's playing with his little mouse right now, so I'm going to toss that. Ready? And whoosh. So the first card was protein. What's my protein intake looking like? And here we have the 10 of Pentacles. So I like that, you know, Pentacles being connected to my body and my health. It looks like that I am taking in adequate protein. And actually I do take in quite a bit of protein, but that's because I'm a very active person. Plus I have a rather high metabolism, and I tend to burn through things a lot more quickly, and it is more difficult for me to put muscle mass on my body. So in order to do that, whatever, Wally is just knocking over my crystals back there, whatever. I have to take in more protein than the average Joe. So there we go. Looks like my proteins are good. Yay! All right, my carbs. Well then. Here we have death. So yeah, we got this little guy on his little rocking horse, and he is bringing the black flag of death, and we have what looks like all these little dead kids, which is so sad. So I kind of already knew that I've been in a little bit of excess of my carbs, just because I've been gorging on a lot of desserts due to said birthday. So okay, I gotta just back off on that a little bit. Wally! Okay, next is my fats. Could be healthy fats, could be unhealthy fats. We have the King of Pentacles. And you know what I just noticed is that there's little grapes covering his little boy bits there. So that's cute. So yeah, it looks like I like how the pentacles really are, you know, corresponding to my health and my body. So looks like I have control of my fats. So although I am taking in an excess of carbs, which could turn into fats, my fats intake seems to be pretty good. Next, my sugars. And hey, Wally. Sorry, there's a murderous puma behind me. We have the women here with the triple goddess. So we have, looks like I am in tune with my sugars, meaning since I know that I'm taking in a lot of carbs, and carbs are broken down into sugar, which, you know, gives you that burst of energy. So usually when you're like really low on energy, that's why you're like craving sweet things, or you're craving breadiness, or, you know, bagels and muffins and things like that, is because it breaks down into glucose sugar, which is kind of what gives you that extra energy boost. But then whatever isn't used is stored as fat. So just kind of a quick little nutrition lesson. So it looks like I already know that I might be in a little bit of excess of my sugars. So once I back down on my carbs, I'm gonna coincidentally back down on my sugars. Okay, my water intake. Here we have the 9 of Cups. Hey, Wally. And I love that my water intake is cups. So so yeah, looks like I am in charge of that ever since I got my really cool thermo flask, which is a 40 ouncer, which keeps your water cold for like a day and a half, you know, because I've left water and ice in there, and there's still water and ice in there like the following day, so that it's like over 24 hours later. So I've been really good about making sure that I'm taking in fluids constantly. So it looks like I'm doing great with that. How is my exercise looking? Okay, we have the 8 of what the heck are you doing? Sorry, it wasn't the 8 of what the heck are you doing. It was the 8 of candy canes. So it looks like I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. Not that I stopped exercising, but I was exercising a lot less, especially towards the end of the school year, because, you know, track season was going on. I was trying to get a little bit of workouts in during track season, you know, while I'm at the track. But now that I completely have the summer and I can just do my long ass workouts and I get to do the workouts that I want to do, whether I want to do them here at home or actually want to go to 24-hour fitness or whatever, looks like I'm finally busting that back into action. Okay, so what are the Fae gotta tell me? It says Stardust, Premonition, Galactic Communications, Beginnings and Endings. So to me, what this is saying is that I'm really, really in tune with my body and what's going on. I know when I feel sluggish or I feel that I'm taking in too much or too little of something. And so they're just kind of like saying, hey, keep that up. Make sure that you don't turn off the intuition, because it's your greatest asset when it comes to having control of your body. And for me, I've always been an athlete, like I've told you guys before, but I noticed that when I slack on certain things, like I'm slacking on my diet a little bit, or I'm slacking on, my exercise, my intuition and my ability to read cards, my ability to connect with spirit, my ability to connect with energies and connect to my clients starts diminishing little by little. It's like it's harder for me to build that connection. So it's like I really do have to, at least for me, stay on top of my nutrition, be at like my peak performance for myself, so that I'm at peak, basically tarot reading performance. I'm at peak performance with the cosmos and the divine and all of that. So yeah, I have to stay how I am so that I can be as effective, for everybody else, so I can help others. So there you go. Let me know if you enjoyed this, or if you found this helpful, if you found it interesting. And remember that, do not take this as, set in stone medical advice. Maybe take this information, whatever information you gained, and take it to your doctor and be like, hey, do I really need more protein in my life? Or, am I good on everything? Should I add in a little bit more exercise? Am I overdoing it? And so this would be, I think, a good conversation starter with your nutritionist or your doctor. All right, so remember that you homies can always catch a reading with me. You could do that by clicking on one of those links down below or on one of these boxes that pop up here. And there is a 36% off sale going on in my Etsy shop. Just type in the coupon code KWTJune. And that's it from me, you spiritual ninjas. So I will catch y'all later. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.